band starts, I'd like to introduce my best man, Brian Hassett. Some of you don't know. So, one of my oldest friends, he's from Canada. We grew up on the same street in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And very importantly, he's the guy that got me into America. He smuggled me into America. I wouldn't be here without. He's the Brian Hassett. Guy's bureaucratic genius. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce, to do the toast, I want you to all get a drink for the toast here. My best man, all the way from Toronto, Canada. Where is he? Where's Brian? Come on up. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Hassett, my best man.
First met Will in 1907. He was known as Phil then. Unbroken chain. I'm going to thank some people to start off. And when I'm doing this, what I'm really doing it for is Will and Stacey thanking people. And so if I ever say I mean them. The mothers who both traveled over 1,000 miles to be here. None of us would be here without the mothers. And I invite you to go and meet them and talk to them because they haven't been here before and maybe never for a long time. And so meet them. This is where Will and Stacey came from, and they're really interesting, and they're both artists, and they're just terrific and very easy to talk to. And so don't miss that opportunity to meet them. And on Will's side, no, it's Nora is Will's mom, and also not here, but here, and sadly now only in spirit, is Will's dad, Glenn, his brother Roy, and his sister Susan, who are here with us but can't be anymore. And his daughter Jules, who is out in Vancouver right now and almost made it to Ireland with him a month ago. And Wyatt and Liam are here, his two boys. And oh my goodness, the props, Fiona and Daisy are here in the house. And on Stacey's side, Bill has flown in, also from Illinois, with Lisa and Leslie and CJ and Uncle Cameron in the front. And there's been other people that did. Stephanie, the maid of honor, that has been great and has been through here for everything and going through the whole madness with us and making it happen, and we want to thank her. And also Tyler was invaluable to Stacey making it all happen. And he thanked Pete, but you want this guy over here with the shades on his cap, Ron Cole, he's responsible for all that you will hear tonight, everything that's here. And last but not least, the people who got the toughest job in this entire gig, Dance and Jeanette, have been putting up with me for about 5 days, and I thank them for that. So I didn't know what I was going to say here, so I typed up something to read. Okay, all of Pete's daughters are cleaning up, and we are grateful for that. All right, so it was 80 and many Spanish moons ago that Father Fisheye came upon this nation, conceived in liberty, and dedicated to the proposition that all men and women shall dance to the joyous beat. And lo, it was good. And now we are engaged in a great civil union that will long endure. And we are met within this cathedral barn to dedicate this day and this time that this union long shall live. And it is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. And it is for us to be here dedicated to the great journey before them, that from these honored two, we shall take an increased devotion to the cause of love and commitment. And that this union under God shall be a new birth of freedom. And that this couple of two people, by two people, for two people, shall not perish from this earth. Will Stacey. Go ahead and have an early toast drink. You're going to need it. And that is inclusion and perseverance. You get it. I was a 15-year-old kid in Winnipeg, and Will, you might find this hard to believe, but Will was the leader of the central band in Winnipeg at the time. And they were called the Central Continental Cowpokes. And so this was the central band in this galaxy of bands that played in the city. And they all had a band house, and there were it was like, Grand Central Station of musicians coming in and out all day long. And for some reason, he let this 15-year-old kid hang out there and sit on a chair and learn the world. And that sense of inclusion, I think probably everybody in this room has experienced in some way via Will, and being brought in and included and opened new vistas through love and desire to share what he has and he knows. And that inclusion includes all of you. And the perseverance part, he taught me this thing. I can remember this. That we would fight. And if it was up to me, we would have stopped being friends at any number of these moments that have occurred that seemed like the end of the world. And Hodgson taught me about persevering, and when something is worth it, to fight for it. I got this great, he's put this in practice, and Stacey knows, and I hope all of you will remember this. I was blessed to be driving in the car with Will the other day to get this fine liquor you're drinking. And so, and they're on the phone, and they are just going at each other. And it's like, oh my God, they're hanging up, and it's like, blah, blah, blah. And so there's that side of life. And 2 minutes later, the phone rings, and, oh, hi, honey. Is everything okay now? Are you okay? I love you. Yeah, I love you too. Okay, that's great. That is Will. And he will, it might, and I think that it's a lesson that I've learned that I apply in every aspect of my life, is that when someone is important, you fight through it, but you come out on the other side and you're stronger, and it's worth going through that effort in all endeavors in life. And so that's the lesson I've learned from him. So one last little funny story. I come down periodically to see him. And we've known each other since, I had to ride my bike to his house. And we never talked about girls, ever. True. We talk about music and politics and culture and novels and history, but we never ever talk about girls. I don't know why. Because we always got other things going on. And so I come down here one time and we get in the van to ride over to the show, and he's like, so there's this girl. And I'm like, this is different. And he tells me about this girl named Stacey, who's going to be at the bar tonight. And so we get there, and she's so freaking gorgeous. She has to travel with bodyguards. I am not kidding. And she has got these women around her that have got Sharper Elbows and Gordie Howe that are keeping... And I try to go and talk to her like, hi, I think we should meet. And it's like, out of here, pal, we're not interested. So, after many efforts, perseverance, I broke through the phalanx and got in and found out, within an hour, we're talking about the Steppenwolf Theater Company in Chicago. We're talking about Second City. We're talking about California. And all of these subjects, and it's like, she's smart too? And that was the beginning of what we're celebrating today. So, I want all of us to celebrate with them. I'm so glad you all came here. That's inclusion. And this is to my best friend, and I'm so happy I have another new best friend with Stacey. So.